that wasn't true. They found out that much of it wasn't true, and they were very embarrassed. So the Unselect Committee, I call it the Unselect Committee, which I always thought was a great name because it was a select, I call it the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs. What happened is, think of it, end of the story, they deleted and destroyed all evidence, all documents. There's nothing. And the reason they did it is because they were guilty as hell. It's the greatest cover-up, and the fake news back there will not cover it. They've never even, I think, done a story. In other words, when you go into court, we want that information. There is no information. It's been destroyed. Everything's been destroyed. We have a very crooked government. Remember that. And we're going to straighten it out, and we're going to make it an honest government.
So I have to ask you about the pardons. I keep hearing you're considering pardoning Hunter Biden. Is that true? And if so, why?
No, I mean, I've never... look, I don't like the idea of what's happening. I don't like it at all. They've weaponized government, but they've weaponized it against me like nobody's ever been weaponized. The big case was the documents case. We won the case in Florida. We're winning other cases, too. But I've had to devote money and time to this. Instead of running against these stupid people, I had to devote a lot of money and a lot of time, which is what they want. I had Fani, F-A-N-I. To me, it's Fanny, but she said Fani. I think she changed it once she became the DA. She wanted to put a little French accent on Fani. And her lover boy, Wade, who was hired for like $1 million because of his expertise in whatever the hell law, RICO, but he never did a RICO case. And then they would take sailing trips like 6 times during the year, 6 times. Who the hell goes away on a sail for 6 times? Nobody. And he got paid a lot of money. He took that money, they took trips. You know, there's a whole thing, but that's just one. They totally controlled it. They control the Manhattan DA's office. They had their man in the Manhattan DA's office. He was there. They put a man in the they put a man into the Letitia James office. They had a guy running the whole thing. It's all run out of Washington. They went after, in the Attorney General's office, they had people, but think of it, they went after their political opponent. That's never happened to any great extent. Maybe a little bit someplace, I don't know, nobody knows of it, but it's never happened to any great extent in this country. It happens in banana republics a lot, and it happens in third world countries, but it's never happened. They went after their political opponent. So it's hard to believe that I'm winning, it seems, by a lot. If they don't cheat too much, you know, we found a lot of things over the last 3 days. You've seen that. We found a lot of votes, and in a certain county, in York County, Lancaster County, you know, we found a lot of bad votes. There were 2,600 votes that happened to be written by the same pen, same hand, same signature, same everything. Maybe there's an explanation for that, 2,600 votes. But we found a lot of stuff, but we're seeing to work it out. But think of it, it's hard to believe that I'm winning the election by a lot. Now, we got to keep the cheating. It's hard to believe that I'm winning the election by a lot.